Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to our HAAS F1 playthrough here on F1 Manager 22. It is round 17, the Marina Bay circuit in Singapore. We've almost caught up to real life. Marina Bay was last weekend. This weekend it's Japan, and then obviously we'll be doing the Japanese circuit playthrough on Monday. So we'll be kind of up to speed and up to date with that. So, let's have a quick look at where we are in terms of everything that's going on with our team. Currently sitting third, very comfortably third at the moment in the championship, above Mercedes, a long way off Ferrari and Red Bull. So third is the best we're going to get, I think, but it's still very respectable. In terms of our drivers, Oscar Piastri in 5th place in the championship, Mick in 7th. Mick has had back-to-back wins in the last 2 races, which is really good. We do need to see if we can re-sign him. I don't know if he's going to talk to us yet. Nope, he's still a bit miffed. So we still can't renew his contract yet. Although it is a race weekend, so that might change after the Grand Prix. We'll have to see. Have we got any points to spend? Yes, Logan has a point to spend. So let's slap that on his smoothness rating there, improve his tyre wear. Let's check our staff. We re-signed Simone Resta last time out, so he's now got another 4 years on his contract. Everybody else is where they are at the moment. We'll be looking at doing a big change to our staffing at the end of the season. Facilities wise, our race simulator is upgrading in 2 days, our team hub 39 days away. I would love to be able to get another upgrade on the design centre. We do need 11.5 mil for that. We're a little bit short at the moment, but we're getting there. In terms of car development, we are currently researching a new rear wing for next season and some underfloor research for next season as well. We can only do 2 projects at the moment. That's why I want to get that extra upgrade in for the design centre so that we can start doing 3 projects. That'll make next season better for us in terms of developing the car and researching for the following season as well. So I think we are pretty much good to go. Let's do our performance targets. The incentive is to get 2 cars in the top 12. We should be able to do that. I'm going to guarantee... We've qualified quite well in the last couple of races. I'm not sure how well actually. Let's check our car. How well are we going to do at this Grand Prix? Because this Grand Prix is all about low speed corners, and I don't know how good our low speed cornering is. So let's have a look. Pretty bad. We're 15th and 13th in the low and medium speed. Obviously high speed's our strength, so yeah, this might be a bit of a struggle, this particular Grand Prix, because as you can see, a lot of low speed corners in there. There are a few high speed corners, but not many. It's mostly low and medium speed, which is certainly not playing to our car's strength at all. So with that in mind, with our performance targets, I'm just going to say one car's going to make it to Q3, not both of them. But both cars are going to get into Q2. For finish position, I'm going to go for 2 in the top 12. Not confident about where we're going to finish in this one. And we can set a new finishing position streak, which we'll do as 2 in the top 12. We'll just do 2 races, because once that's out the way, we can try and get back up to speed for the final races with some higher place finishes, hopefully. So there we go, so target's set. Off we go.
We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit and the Singapore Grand Prix is just about to start. The name Singapore means City of Lions, and this weekend Formula One will be roaring into action. The bumpy street surfaces here make this a challenging circuit for the drivers, and the humidity causes them to lose as much as 3 kilos over the course of a race. But it's also tough on the cars, with 23 corners to tackle each and every lap. Good low-speed downforce will make all the difference here. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Let's get this underway.
Okay, so weather-wise, it's going to be clean. There's not going to be no rain. It's just going to be dry. That's probably going to hurt us a little bit. I don't know. Actually, it might help us being dry. I'm not too sure. We are going to put Logan into the car, and we'll do it at the expense of Mick, because we don't know whether Mick's going to re-sign with us or not. So we'll make sure that if the 2 drivers are going to get the most prep, it's definitely going to be Oscar, who is a long-term signing. In terms of car parts, we're going to stick in some worn down equipment, as we always do for practice. Protect what we've got left. For the run plan on this, let's go for 18 laps. Car setup, it is quite a high downforce requirement for this circuit. Might change that in a second, we'll see. Let's go all the way there with our camber, and we'll push the toe all the way the other way, and we'll give that a go for this car. Change the driving to slow. Car parts for Oscar's car, again we want worn out components. I'll stick with that one. 18 laps. Pace down to slow. And we'll go slightly less extreme with this one, so we'll go with a slightly less intense front wing. We'll dial that back in a little bit, and we'll dial this in a little bit. There we go. So we've got a little bit of variety between the 2 cars, but a similar baseline principle. And we'll see which one is the better one to go. Alright, we're ready to go into practice. Good evening, Mr. Water. Good to see you.
Radio check.
Radio check.
So let's ride on board for a lap with Logan, so we can see how well this circuit's reproduced, because it does look very good. Does look a little bit different with daytime lighting as well, compared to the nighttime racing. And before I forget, let's...
Try to avoid the curbs.
Copy, copy.
Oh, damn it.
We can take a look now. Now just focus on the HAAS.
I can't help but wonder if that's because I told him to avoid the curbs.
That crash is terrible news.
What damage has he done to the car?
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Looks like they've actually got away with that. No damage to the aero. No visible damage to the engine. No damage to any of the tyres that I can see. I think we got away with that. Okay, good stuff. Lucky break. Let's speed things up. Alright, getting close to feedback time. Definitely something we need to improve on for next season.
How's the balance?
Okay, Oscar's very happy. That's good to see. 94% is a very strong start. So we'll let him run till just before 6:30 and then we'll pull him in. Just got to wait for Logan's feedback. And there it is, and he's at 90%. Okay, so a little bit more work needed on Logan's car than Oscar's, but a very good start. So traction needs to improve. Let's try throwing the roll bar to a 1.9. See if that is the change. It might need to be a 3.7, but we'll try it. A 9.1. Might need to be 7.3. We'll see how that works out. I do kind of need to pull stability in a bit. So with that said, because I can't do it with my toe or my camber, let's go the other way. Let's go with a 7.3, and then I can use the tyre camber to pull that back in there for the braking stability, keep that optimal. I need a little tweak to the front wing. I'm going to pull that in a little bit. That is definitely enough of a change for cornering, oversteer and traction. I'm not sure if that's enough of a change for the straights, but we'll see. So we'll run with that and see how that works out. A further tweak might be needed. How much is left in the tyres? Oh, plenty. This is one of those circuits where the soft tyres last really long. They really hold up. Oscar ran wide, but he didn't put it in the wall, and it's about time to bring him in. So let's go ahead and do that.
Wide. Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the HAAS.
Yeah, it's fine. I just cut the curb. Oh, I haven't sent Logan back out. Okay, so just a tiny tweak needed here. Potentially. Oh, actually no, more than a tiny tweak. All right, let's see. I'm going to need to change the front wing because that's going to change almost everything. And then just tweak that slightly with toe, I think. Let's try that. That might be enough. Evening, Dirty Trucker. I keep getting server errors in the chat. There we go. If anyone else has said hello and I've not responded, apologies. I keep getting server error and I have to keep reloading the chat. Oh, we've had a crash. Oh, Gasly's out. Okay, let's see what happened.
There's been a crash. Let's have a look. Now look at this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved.
I was going to go over the bridge. Ah, yeah, that's
They've lost control, and there's the crash.
That's an easy mistake to make. Oh, and there goes the server again.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Okay, not good for Gasly. He is out of the session. It's good for us. You got the error as well. Yeah, I've had 3 of them already. We've only been running for, what, 10 minutes and I've had the error 3 times.
Virtual safety car ending.
Hello, Marcel. Good to see you. You cleaned out your pad yet, Mr. Water? Just wondering if you managed to fix that stick drift issue you were having. Oh, we've actually gone the wrong way with Logan's car. He's down to 88. That's not so good. Let's call him in. Are there many races left in this season? After Singapore is Japan, then it's COTA, Circuit of the Americas in Texas, Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. So 5 races to go after this one. 6 if you include this one.
Going down the pit lane.
Confirm.
Oh, 20% discount for Football Manager 23. I completely forgot to check that. I'll I'll have a look. 20%. That's a big discount. It is normally 10%. That's the usual discount that I see for PS Plus members on select pre-orders. Yeah, we definitely went the wrong way with the wing. So let's put the wing the other way. Let's pull that back. Okay, let's try that. See if... Oh, hang on. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's try that. That could well be it. Okay, session over. And what did we get Oscar to? 95. So we actually went down with Oscar as well. Okay. We can fix that. So we've got already got penalties for Hamilton, Ricciardo and Ocon. There were no crashes that were caused by other drivers. There was just Gasly driving into the wall. So I'm going to guess that those three are replacement component penalties, which you'll see them move down the grid potentially quite substantially. We've just reworked this car, so that's just ready to run. Let's trust that we've got the setup right on that, and we'll go for a long run. So let's go for 42 laps of fuel. Actually, that's probably too much. Let's go for 40 laps of fuel. Hard tyres. And just one single run for the session, so we can get his track knowledge up. Okay, what do we need to tweak here? Okay, so we've got the front wing right. Just need to tweak the camber and the toe. Which way do I go? Let's go that way. Hope that hasn't disrupted the front wing too much. Looks like it might have tweaked it slightly. Again, we're going to go with just a regular run, and we'll put Oscar on the mediums. Any construction sim videos coming soon? I sat down and I recorded 2 hours worth of footage, and then realised once I finished it that my mic had been muted for the entire time. So I need to see if I can salvage any of that at all, but I don't know. So once I've been able to see if anything is salvageable, you know, some sped up footage cut together with a fresh voiceover, then we'll see if we can get some new footage out. Right, I think we are ready to go into the session. Yep, all good.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Try to avoid the curbs.
Alright, drivers are out and ready. Let's speed them up again. How you doing, Farah? Not so late tonight. No, you only missed about, what, 15 minutes. We're still in practice. We've just gone into practice 2. How you doing, Hull? You thought I was doing a Williams. I do Williams throughout the week, but this was the first series that we started, and we still come back to this once or twice a week. Alright, Mick's car is 100%. I was hopeful that we got it to 100 with those little tweaks. So Mick's just going to run for the entire session, and that should get him up to about 60-odd% on his track knowledge. Just got to wait for Oscar. He's back up to 96.
How's the balance?
So we're close on him. We may as well pull him in now. Oh, we've had another crash.
We've had a crash. Let's take a look at the replay. Now just take a look
Ricardo
at the
this
McLaren.
time. Oh, he crashed the same place as Gasly in FP1.
Oh, a nasty crash there.
Is that going to take him out
The
the session?
team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
Yes, Ricardo is out of the session as well. Oh, no change. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough for the cornering. But I don't really want to tweak anything else, which might happen if I move the camber. I can't move the camber. Can't move the camber anyway. Okay, so we'll go with that and hope that that's enough. Let's just confirm that change and get him back out again. Yeah, Hull, this was the series that we started first. This was pre-tyre patch. So we did the first half of the season before they completely changed the tyre model. And when they changed the tyre model and made it, you know, better, much better, and much more realistic than it was, that's when we started doing the Williams one. But we've still been keeping this one going in the background as well. This one's a little bit different. This series, we do just one race each time we stream, and we watch the whole race in real time. Whereas for season 1 with Williams, we're doing 2 races and speeding through bits of them because we're so uncompetitive. Hopefully season 2 will be switching to individual races with Williams. Depends how good our car development is over the winter. Alright, who else is going to destroy their car in the remaining 20 minutes of the session? Looks like we're going to remain crash free. Mick's up to 50% track knowledge. I was hoping he'd be a little higher
We've
than
just
that.
had a car run wide.
Latifi's had a little corner cut on turn 1. Gearbox wear is fine. We're using a practice gearbox. And feedback is 97, so I think we're back to where we started with Oscar. No, we started him on 90, didn't we? So yeah, he's now getting almost there. And there we go, end of the session. Anyone else picked up penalties? Nope, still the original 3. So Mick will probably just do one run on the mediums, just to get that remaining 38% track knowledge. Oscar's going to have to do a couple of runs split across a set of HAAS.
Hello and thank you for joining us as our race weekend unfolds. Free practice is nearly done, and that means that qualifying awaits. Yesterday's action gave us a fantastic taste of what is to come, and the anticipation within the paddock continues to grow. Qualifying promises to be as unrelenting as ever. Only the best, the most consistent drivers can progress from one period to the next and stand a chance of earning a place at the front of the grid. What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
One thing I've noticed is that the mechanics in the garage are incredibly grabby. They love physical contact. It's just every single person. It's just grab, slap on the arm around the shoulder. They're very, very touchy-feely. Don't need to change any of those components. I do need to change the tyres. Put on some mediums. And a 30 lap run should be enough. For Oscar. Okay, just the cornering needs to be tweaked. Will that cover it? I don't know. Hopefully. I'm a touch concerned about the front wing being shifted out of position slightly, but we'll see how that goes. Run plan, we'll do 18 laps on a set of HAAS. Did I change that on? Yes, I did. Okay.
Ready to check, ready to check.
Right, so we know that Schumacher's car is absolutely spot on. We just need to let him get some time on track. Let's... oh, no, not call him in. There we go. Oscar needs, hopefully, to finish dialing in the car on this run. And then, if we need to, we've got time to send him out for a second run. He should probably fill his track knowledge just on this run. Yeah, about halfway through the run. A little bit of Formula 1 news from real life. Mercedes topped FP2 with a 1-2. Been a bit wet today in Japan.
Someone spun out.
Should be dry tomorrow. Mercedes really aren't sure how their pace is. They won't really know until tomorrow when it's dry and it's more of an even playing field, less changeable conditions. But there is expected to be some rain on Sunday, so we could see a very competitive Mercedes this weekend, which would be great to get 3 teams battling at the top of the championship. That's what I've been waiting for all season, is to have 3 teams, fighting for the win. That was my big hope with seeing the Ferrari resurgence this season. How achievable do I think the platinum is here, Jim? Very. I'm not far off it. Let me just check. Yeah, there we go, 100% dialed in. So we'll just let Oscar finish that run. Give me 2 seconds and I will just pull up my trophy list, so I'm going to lose the chat for a second. Okay, so to finish first was finished. Complete your first Grand Prix, done that. Complete a full season, done that. Win a Grand Prix, done that. Qualifying pole, done that. Win the Drivers' Championship, done that. Win the Constructors' Championship, haven't done that yet, but on my current Mercedes playthrough, I'm currently leading the championship, so gonna get that done. Finish on the podium 10 times in one career, done. Win 10 Grand Prix in one career, done. Complete 5 Grand Prix in one career, done. 10 Grand Prix complete in one career, done. Achieve a sponsor guarantee, done. Assign a race strategy, done. Build or upgrade a facility, done. The hardest one, I think, is going to be this one, just because of how expensive it is. Upgrade your design center to the maximum level, where you need 32 million just to get the final upgrade. I'm close to doing that on my Mercedes playthrough. A couple more races and I should have enough money to do that. Fits like a glove, fit a part to your car, done. Design a car park, done. Vote on a regulation change, done that. Complete a car park research project for next season, done that. Achieve the board's season target plan, done. Achieve a long-term board objective. We're going to do that on this season with HAAS, but I'm going to probably get that done on the Mercedes playthrough before then as well. Have a driver with 100 in any performance rating. That's a bit more long-term, but easily doable. Sign a contract with a driver or staff member. That's easy. Done that. All hands on deck. Have 18 engineers assigned to projects at the same time. Once you get the facility up to max rank, which you need to do for a trophy anyway, then you'll have a maximum of 20 engineers, so that's easy. Just 3 projects with 6 on each will do that. Eye for talent, scout a driver or staff member, that's easy, done that. Well-oiled machine, have your pit crew reach 100 at any performance stat, done that. And on the board, score your first championship point, done that. So yeah, there's only, what, four trophies I think I need left. I need the Constructors' Championship, I need the Design Centre at maximum level, I need the long-term board objective, a driver with 100 in any individual performance rating, and, I need 5 trophies, and have 18 engineers assigned to projects at the same time. So I need 5 trophies, and then I'll get the Platinum. So yeah, the Platinum is definitely achievable. And I am now back in the chat, so if anyone's asked any questions since then, apologies, I haven't seen them. Sounds achievable if you play enough. Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, you've got to put some hours in, but it's definitely achievable. Okay, Oscar's finishing his run. He's heading back to the garage. He is 100 across the board. He's good. Mick is going to be 100 across the board soon, so let's speed the time up.
Sounds like a spin.
You're way off. You think you're at 23%, or 28%. Don't forget, percentage is not just based on the number of trophies, but it's also on the type of trophy as well. So you can be just 1 or 2% off and still need, like 4 trophies. It depends on whether they're really easy bronzes, or you can be 10-15% off and just need a gold trophy. It depends on how hard that gold trophy is and how many trophies there are in the game. But yeah, I'll have the platinum on this before too long. I say the most time-consuming one's going to be the driver one. I'll have the other ones by the end of the weekend. I'll have the long-term objective. I'll have the constructors championship. I'll have the design center. I'll have the engineers working on projects. The only one that will be the last one for me to get will be the driver having 100 in any one stat. That one's going to be the most time consuming. I haven't been focusing on that one in particular. I've been trying to balance out my driver's stats. So what I might do on my Mercedes playthrough is just put all of Vesti's points into one individual stat from now on. I might scout out Verstappen. Maybe look at doing a playthrough with Verstappen and just throw any points I get onto him into his highest stat. Because I think it's going to be easier for him to hit 100 than it is for, say, Hamilton. Because Hamilton's XP gain is so low. Okay, so 100 across the board for both drivers. That's what we like to see. Especially seeing as we also had Logan in the car for FP1 as well. So we're ready for quali. Let's swap over some parts. Still got that spare brand new engine. Might save that and stick that in for Mexico. Can't believe I didn't use that engine. Is that a brand new gearbox as well? It is. I think I just bought spare parts just because we totaled the set and I wanted to have them if I needed them. This is not the race for Mick to take penalties. Actually, no. I want the better engine for Mexico. Because that is a very fast circuit. That ERS module is at 52, that's fine. That gearbox will do nicely. Alright, we are ready to send our boys into battle.
Ready to check.
Ready to check.
So we should breeze through Q1 nice and easily, so I'm not going to send them out until the end of the session. Just do a single run. I'm also thinking about underfueling the cars in this because we're almost guaranteed to have a safety car in this race. We're certainly going to get a VSC, but we're probably going to get a full safety at some point as well. was hoping to get out ahead of the queue. I was just about to send my drivers out when I saw Sonoda moving, and I'm like, nah, crap. I should just about have enough time to get them across the line. I might have left that a little too late, but I think I'm okay. I hope I'm okay. It'd be embarrassing if both drivers failed to qualify because I forgot to send them out in time. Nope, there we go. They're both good. So Piastri goes P9. Oh, Mick only just squeaks into 15th. I knew we were going to struggle at this circuit, but I didn't think we'd struggle that much. Oof. That's a little worrying. Big difference between the drivers as well. Half a second. Okay, that's not so good. We're going to send them out for 2 runs in this one. We'll send them out at the beginning and then again at the end. So, scrub tyres for the first run. Hopefully we'll get a clean run here. And then we'll bolt on a set of fresh tyres and head the pack for the second run. So, ooh, excuse me. I'm going to need to send them out with about 3 minutes 40 on the clock, I think. Alright, we beat the traffic for the second wave coming out the pits. So we'll get a clean lap. Hopefully Mick can pick his pace up this time round. And 4/10 difference is a little bit better. Oscar's got a chance of maybe sneaking Q3, but I don't think Mick's going to make it. I just want to check that they are all running the exact same components. I should have checked that before the race. They should be. Right, fresh set of tyres. Car parts. They're all Spec 2 parts. Okay. They're all Spec 2 parts as well. Yeah, Mick's going to have to find nearly half a second. Mick's not getting through. Oscar's probably going to sneak through by the skin of his teeth. This is definitely one of the worst circuits for us, just simply because we focus so much on high-speed performance. All these low-speed corners are really bad for us. This is why I was so excited for Spa, because we'd set the car in development terms up for high-speed cornering, and that circuit is always entirely high-speed corners and flat-out straights. Okay. There we go. See what we can do with a set of fresh soft tyres. Mick needs minimum 3/10, probably 4/10. I would expect Bottas to improve a little bit. But I think the cars that you see in the bottom, with the exception of Ocon, are pretty much confirmed to be the ones that are going out. Okay, both drivers improving in the first sector. Both improving in the middle. Oscar improves a place and 2/10. What about Mick? Improves barely. Yeah, Mick's out. Oscar should hopefully be able to hang on. That's 9th. Alonso can't jump us, he's already crossed the line. Ocon can't jump us. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we're into Q3. I'm surprised Norris got through and knocked out Alonso there. Rough race. Given that we've got these fresh components and we're already down in 15th, you know what? I am going to put the new... You could do with a boost. So let's do just one run on a set of scrubs. Because the only person we're going to be competing with is Norris. We haven't got the pace to get any higher than 9th, I don't think. So it seems foolish to waste a brand new set of tyres on the off chance of maybe gaining one extra place. So 9th or 10th, it's the 5th row. That's where we're going to qualify. We are currently 9th. Here comes Norris. And Norris stays 10th. I mean, that's a big gulf there. You know, over 2/10 of a second. Even with a set of fresh tyres, we were never going to get Gasly. So we've got an extra set of fresh tyres. We've got 2 sets of softs now for the race. We're only going to need 1, but if there's a safety car and we get the chance to switch onto softs very quickly off the mediums, then that could be very good for us. Just do a soft race effectively. Right, let's put those new components into the mixed car, because he's going to have a horrible race.
Welcome to race day. And before...
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Damn it. Right, so strategy-wise, it's a very simple one-stop race. We're going to start on the softs, switch to a set of mediums, and if a safety car comes out after we've stopped, well, we can switch onto a set of brand new softs again. Try and capitalise on that. Same for Oscar. We're going to start on the softs. Hope that there's a safety car in the second half of the race. And switch onto a fresh set of softs. Let's use that brand new engine so that we don't take the penalty at Mexico and can really take advantage of that extra power. We did use that ERS unit, didn't we? Okay. And we'll use the new gearbox as well. So we're going to get penalties for both of those. That's fine. We can drop to the back for that. Fuel, I am going to dip a little bit of fuel out. Just going to drop one lap out. Pace mode, we're going to start aggressive. I'll wait for the first couple of corners before I use the ERS. Dip out a load of fuel there. Go aggressive. Oscar's nearer the front, so he's going to try and overtake right from the very start. And there we go. We are ready to race.
It looks like clear weather tonight for this race, with the drivers now just taking position on the grid. Looking at the HAAS. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The teams are ready to go. And this is it, the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, so let's focus on Oscar. We've got Gasly off the line.
Okay, good job, that's one.
So let's focus on the race now.
Side by side with Russell right now. Use the battery to get past him. Might be able to get Bottas into the next turn as well.
Keep it up.
Not quite. Where's Mick?
Is that a new race position for HAAS?
Mick's up as well. I think. Alright, now let's get Mick to start trying to get through the Williams and Ocon, etc. Piastri up the inside of Bottas here.
Very good.
You're doing a good job.
Now, can I stay with the Ferrari until DRS opens? So we've got Mick. That's one Williams gone. And Ocon as
job.
well. And the second Williams, so a good little spell there for Mick. He's gained 3 places since we turned his battery on.
HAAS with an overtake there.
Keep this approach. Good job so far.
No! Oh, Mick.
Copy. I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry about that.
Mick's out. Okay, safety car. Hopefully he hasn't destroyed those brand new components that we put in his car in the process.
Charge on.
Okay, so we can protect these soft tyres, we can gain back that fuel that we took out at the start of the race, plus the extra we burnt by pushing so hard. We can get the battery back at the full charge, and then we can have another crack at getting ourselves a little bit further up the grid when the race restarts. I did say we were guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed a safety car, just didn't think that we would be the ones to bring it out so soon into the race.
So overtake is available if you need it.
Copy.
So any streaks that we had are pretty much done, because we can't get 2 cars finishing. We're probably going to lose a bit on our guarantees as well. I think I guarantee. Let's have a look actually while we're on the safety car. So we failed the qualifying because we couldn't get 2 in the top 12. We did make that guarantee, and we made that guarantee. Finish position, we failed that one already because we aren't going to have 2 cars finishing the top 12. Qualifying streak, that's okay. That's still going. And that finish position streak that we started is gone already. So we're going to lose 168k on that one. Another 61k there. And nothing there. So we're going to lose, what, $230,000. That's not so good. However, we are going to make a bonus 520, no, less than that, because that's including that as well. We're going to make about 300 grand there. So yeah, we lose a bit of money, but we make 300 grand in bonuses from those 2 guarantees. Out on the first lap. No, second lap. All the fields bunched together, so the safety car might well be in this lap. Haven't saved as much fuel as I would like. We're going to save 0.3 kilos.
Safety car in this lap.
And there we go. Safety car is coming in this lap. Didn't last very long. Didn't get to save anywhere near as much fuel as I was hoping we would. But we did save some. Safety car should start peeling away.
The safety car has left the front of the pack.
Copy.
If you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy.
Right, can we jump anyone off the line? At the very least, if we can break away from Bottas, then that's one less car to worry about. Oh, have we got a run on sights here? No. It's a bit optimistic to think we can get in front of one of these Ferraris, but you never know. An opportunistic dive down the inside on one of these turns. Or force them to take a shallow line and try and go around the outside. Just got to be careful we don't do the same thing that Mick did. We've almost broken the 1 second to Bottas. Should do that over the next lap, and then when DRS gets switched on, hopefully we can leave him behind, not bring him with us. Oh, here's a run. Nope. Not going to happen. Maybe under braking. Oh, it's an effort. No. Got squeezed. Verstappen and Leclerc are looking to break away from Perez here. We've broken Bottas, so he's no longer in DRS, and that will switch on as we cross the line. Right, now I'm going to calm the car down a bit. There's still quite a bit of fuel that we need to try and save.
DRS enabled.
Verstappen now looking like he's about to drop Leclerc. Let's just actually see. I'm not sure who's leading the championship right now and what the gaps are. So let's take a look at the standings. Leclerc is winning the championship at the moment by 15 points from Max, assuming things stay the way they are right now. Oscar's on course for another 10 points, currently in 5th. We're not going to get anywhere near the top 4 in terms of final points, I don't think, but we can finish 5th in the drivers. That'd be huge. In the constructors, this would be yet more points against Mercedes for us. Yeah, and Verstappen and Leclerc are racing solo right now. So the only ones getting DRS really out the front runners at the moment are me and Sainz, stuck behind Perez. If Sainz gets through, I would imagine he'll have the pace to pull away from Perez. I think Perez is the slowest of the 4 at the front. Is that down to tyres? Is everyone on softs? Everyone's on softs up to Alonso. And Russell has got past Bottas. Let's have a look further down the order. Hamilton's down in 17th. Let's take a quick look at that. How did he end up down there? How did Hamilton end up down there? Let's take a look at the lap history for Hamilton. Oh, he started 19th anyway. And he just hasn't really made up any places since then. Surely he's going to get the Williams here. Yeah, straight past him. Soft tyres, better car, DRS. Okay, let's check back in with Oscar. Sainz still trying to get past Perez. Oscar keeping with the pair of them. Gap to Bottas now looking to increase ever so slightly. He's obviously got back past Russell again. Let's keep an eye on that battle between Bottas and Russell. These two are swapping places back and forth. Gasly's hanging on in there as well. Anthony is currently racing Aston Martin at Imola, 14th and 15th. Is that with Aston Martin? Yes, he just said it there, currently racing Aston Martin. You'd think I can't read. How many laps in are you? Russell gets back past Bottas. Still no change in front of us. Perez still holding up sights. Leclerc 2.5 seconds behind Verstappen now. Verstappen looking to break away from this. Oh, 5 laps. 17th and 18th start. So he made a couple of places up. That's not too bad. Remind me what your driver lineup is again. Did you keep Stroll or did you get rid of him? I'm assuming you kept Vettel. We are at risk of maybe dropping off the back of this queue a little bit here. We're just about hanging on. Not played for a week and just keep watching my streams. Well, far be it from me to condemn you for not playing the game, but I approve of you watching the streams. Absolutely no reason why you can't do both as well. I often play when I watch other people, other people's footage of this game. Mr. Watto is thinking of starting a HAAS or R17. Depends how much of a challenge you want. HAAS, poor facilities, but a strong enough car. You can get some good performance out of it with the right drivers. Aston Martin, good driver in Vettel. Alonso is available. He's not that expensive as a replacement for Stroll. A lot of starting funds to up the facilities and do some big car development early on. Seven laps in and Stroll is off already. He's going in the bin as soon as you can afford Piastri. Piastri, you can get him like on this file here, but we've got him nice and cheap. But yeah, Piastri, you can get him on a 5-year deal, 400k a year, and a signing bonus of I think 50 grand, and you'll get him for 5 seasons. And that's as a car driver rather than a reserve driver. You don't even need to offer him a bonus in terms of a race bonus. You can just, straight salary 400k, signing bonus 50k, 5 years, he'll sign. So he's very cheap. It's just a question of buying out the contract and whoever you want to get rid of. But everyone plays as Piastri because he's such a highly rated youngster. I would suggest, as I'm trying to do now with my other files, is to avoid Piastri. On my personal Williams playthrough, I'm on season 2. I've got Piastri and Pourchaire as my driver lineup. But I'm not signing Pourchaire. I'm not signing Piastri for any more teams because I just want to try out other drivers. So on my Mercedes file, I replaced Nick de Vries with Vesti because he is actually in the the Mercedes driver program. Oh, Sainz has got through. Sainz got past Perez. Okay, pace might pick up a little bit now. Have to keep an eye on that. Drogovic isn't bad. He's a 68 rating, I think, at the start. Maybe 69. Vesti, I think, starts as a 70. But Vesti's got good stats. You know, he's not got outrageously good stats in any one particular department, but he's got a good balance of stats. You don't have to worry about his tyre wear being horrific. You don't have to worry about his cornering or his braking being horrific. You know, he's got good balanced stats, you know, in the important areas. So I'm looking forward to getting Vesti in the car full time in a couple of seasons. On my Mercedes playthrough. On my Williams file that we stream, obviously we've got Albon and Porsche, and we're looking at getting Gasly to replace Albon. For my Aston playthrough, I would probably go with somebody different, somebody I don't normally use. I've tried Doohan. He just eats his tyres too much. You can't put Doohan into a car straight away because he just destroys the tyres. He's got one of the worst tyre ratings in the game for drivers of that skill level. So we are out of DRS zone. Okay.
Mode push.
Copy.
Charge on.
Yep.
So if you are going to try Doohan, I would say put him in a reserve role for a minimum of one season and just spend the entire season improving his smoothness rating. Because otherwise he's just going to shred tyres, and it forces you into uncompetitive two-stop strategies because he'll eat through the tyres. And when I say uncompetitive two-stops, I mean where you could maybe go soft, medium, soft. You would have to go a minimum soft, medium, medium, maybe even soft, medium, hard.
Charge off.
Copy.
If you've got
What
some
about
margin, try
Iwasi?
to
I've not
increase the
really
pace a
looked at
little bit.
Iwasi a little
Copy.
bit. Hauger's not bad. Hauger, I think, needs a bit of work on his tyres as well, but he's decent. Again, I would recommend maybe sticking him in a reserve role for a season. Oh, Sainz is in the pits early. Okay, we've got DRS on Perez. We're going to try and stay with him here.
Mode push.
Copy.
Charge on, please.
Copy.
It's tricky. I would say if you are going to go with Piastri, just have him for a couple of seasons and then release him onto the out into the wild. Let him sign for another team, and use that time to train another reserve driver and let him get plenty of FP1 sessions and go with someone else. Piastri's great, but you'll fall into the trap that everybody does of just using Piastri on every single playthrough, which is why I'm deliberately trying to avoid signing Piastri on any of my future playthroughs, just because you always end up signing the same drivers. What's different? Just the colour of your car. You always go for the same staff, you always go for the same drivers. What's the point of changing teams if you're just going to duplicate everything else? So trying other drivers is a good thing. I would suggest trying to, like I used to do with my farming sim playthroughs, try and put a theme into your playthroughs. Aston Martin, famous British brand.
Charge off.
think about
Okay.
British drivers. You know, maybe replace Stroll with Albon. That would be a relatively cheap replacement in the grand scheme of things. And then sign a young British driver up and coming. I mean, once you get several seasons in, once you get to your third season, you can look at signing Oliver Behrman, who is a very promising young British talent.
Charge on.
But you have to wait 2 seasons because he's only 16 when you first start, and he hasn't had 2 seasons of competition, and he needs to be 18 and have had 2 seasons of competition in F2 or F3 before you can sign him. He'll turn 18 in the second year, but until that season's finished, you can't sign him. Albon is a little bit better than Stroll, but they're pretty close rating-wise. There's only like 1 point between them. I think Stroll's a 79, Albon's an 80. So you'd have to really look at the individual stats. I haven't really looked at Stroll's stats. I just immediately get rid of him because I just don't like Stroll. I don't think he should be in Formula 1. So I haven't really paid much attention to Stroll's stats. I mean, Stroll could be just as good as Albon. But, like McLaren, what I like to try and do with McLaren is play the British card again. So I look at getting George Russell in with Lando Norris and have an all-British driver line up for a British team. For Alpine, I like to go with the French trio of Ocon and Gasly as the drivers and Pourchaire as the young driver. But there are other young French drivers that you could bring in and train up as well. You would like to have Russell and Lando in the same team. I've got them in the same team at McLaren.
So overtake is available if you need it.
I actually posted on Twitter and also in the F1 Manager Reddit a screenshot of the 2023 Canadian Grand Prix, which finished with Russell winning the race by 0.000 seconds. He overtook Lando on the line. It was a photo finish. It was so close. Or it might have been the other way around. It might have been Lando overtaking Russell. I forget. I think Russell overtook Lando and won the race, and the other one got the fastest lap. Alright, we are P1. Let's save a little bit of fuel. I wonder if the AI is two-stopping this race. They shouldn't be. But yeah, I like to try different themes. Like with Williams, the Williams series that was streaming as well. I signed Logan Sargent because he is officially in the Williams Young Driver program and could well be a Williams reserve driver or Williams driver next season. We've got him in this team as our reserve driver because he's an American driver. He's the best American driver on the grid. So we're training him up to put an American driver in an American team. I like trying to do that. You know, it's a cool thing to do. I think, you know, to have drivers of certain nationalities. I did think about an all-German team. I thought about maybe putting a young German driver alongside, as a reserve team. I forget who I was looking at. I think Beckman, I think it was. And then pairing up Schumacher and Vettel in one team, but I wasn't sure which team to do it with. It's like if I was going to do a Red Bull game, which I probably won't do because they are so good, that it just wouldn't be that much of a challenge. I would probably look at, I would immediately replace Buemi with one of the young drivers in the Red Bull program, and then look at probably replacing Perez with another, with whoever I'd put in the team and trained up for a season or two. And then replace that driver with another one of the Red Bull young drivers. Are there any ceilings to each team, or could you theoretically take the worst car to the top? You could, yeah. You can take any team to the top. The game has no time limit. You can just keep going and going and going. When drivers retire, they are replaced with regens. So, same with staff as well. So, 20 years into the game, if you wanted to go 20 years, then, you could have hardly anybody on the grid. And a lot of, even some of the, like the current F2 drivers and F3 drivers would potentially have retired by then. So yeah, you can take any team to the top. I mean, we're HAAS, and we're currently sitting third in the championship in the first season. Admittedly, that was because the first half of the season was done pre-tyre patch, but here we are after the tyre patch,
We've just had a crash on the track.
having won 2 races back to back, and we're leading this race. So, depending on how you develop your car, you can easily make them competitive. The trick is to not overdevelop the car for the season that you're in to the point where you neglect the next season's car and then drop right back down the order again. It's knowing when to stop developing and start researching, and how much to research. I mean, you can start researching really early on, but it's how much you focus on researching for next year against how much you keep developing this year's car to either get competitive or remain competitive. Car development is a little easy compared to the rest of the field, but it's not as easy as it was at launch. They've definitely dialed it back a little bit, because you could easily outdevelop the AI cars. Now it's a little bit tougher. Alright, we've saved enough fuel for now. Let's up the pace again. Do I do Ferrari off stream, or have I now ditched them altogether? I mean, I've still got the file, I think, but I just don't see the appeal, or the not necessarily the appeal. I don't see the challenge in Ferrari, because
there's a spin!
They've got the best aero, they've got one of the best drivers, they've got arguably the best car, they've got second or third best facilities. There's not a huge challenge with Ferrari. You're going to be right up there winning races from the very first race. So beyond the appeal of restoring Ferrari to a title-winning team again, all you've got to do really is just play one season with Ferrari, and that's it, done. The challenge, or the appeal to me of this game, is the long-term challenge. Taking a team from low down the grid and making them, competitive, or restoring them to their former glory. Like Williams, 9 times they've won the Constructors' Championship, but they haven't won a race since 2012, I think it was. when Pastor Maldonado got that win at Barcelona. I think it was 2012, maybe 2013. And before that, you know, the last Drivers' World Championship they won was in 97. So they've not won a driver's title in 25 years. Not many streamers playing Red Bull. Again, there's no challenge to Red Bull. I mean, they've got the best facilities in the game. They've got the best driver in the game. Purely in terms of, yeah, he's rated equal with Hamilton in terms of rating, but he is considerably younger. And he is, you know, brutally fast as well. So, you've got a car that's capable of winning races with a driver that is the reigning world champion and in real life is steamrolling his way to his second world championship. In a car that's steamrolling its way to its second, you know, to another constructors championship. Again, it's like Ferrari. Where is the challenge? Ferrari, you've got the appeal of, like I said, you know, bringing Ferrari back to former glory, because it's been a very long time since Ferrari last won the title. The last one for them was 2004. Red Bull's last title was 10 years ago, 2013. So it's not been that long since they last won the constructors championship in the grand scheme of things. If you put Red Bull in, the other problem with Red Bull is you have to play with Max because he's so expensive to break his contract. You want to know how much it's going to cost to break Max's contract if you want to get rid of him on day one? Over $50 million. It's going to cost over $50 million just to break his contract, to replace him with another driver. And if that driver is, say, Lewis Hamilton, then you can add another $20 million onto that for breaking Hamilton's contract or buying out Hamilton's contract, plus then the cost of Hamilton on top of that. You know, it's going to bankrupt you. So you're kind of locked in. I mean, Hamilton's only got a year on his contract, so it's a lot to break his contract in year one, from day one, but you can recover from that. Same with Leclerc. You can recover from that. You can sign Leclerc to a top team and you can recover financially. You can't sign Verstappen because you just can't really recover. You'll get fired before you get the chance to earn that money back. If with two new young drivers, you've got, say, 50 million to replace, I think it's like 56 million, I think it is, to replace Max. You've then got however much it's going to cost, 18 million, I think, to replace Sergio, because he's got a 3-year deal that you've got to break. So you're probably looking another between 15 and 18 million to replace Sergio. So that's $17 million to replace the best driver in the game, and you know, one of the top, you know, the top end drivers, to spend, you know, a couple of $100,000 each on a couple of reserve drivers that are going to become new drivers. And then you're not going to have a car, or then you're not going to have drivers that are going to be able to get the best out of the car. So you're going to be less competitive, and you're just not going to earn that $70 million back. So you're going to get fired. So if you play with Red Bull, you are locked into racing with Max for at least one season. Possibly even 2. Alright, so status check with the race, because we've kind of just been talking in the background and not really paying too much attention to the race. We're still leading. Max is hunting us down on his fresh mediums. We are still a little way off our pit stop. if we can hold Max up while we are wearing out the rest of these tyres, that'll be good. Because then when we switch onto our mediums, we can hopefully try and claw back a little bit of ground with fresher tyres. And it's less ground to try and claw back as well. Not that we'll have the pace to catch them up. We've got a Stroll in front of us. Is he missing his front wing? He is. Stroll's had a big whoopsie somewhere. He's driving without a front wing. I don't know what happened to Stroll there. If there was a notification, I missed it. Is he pitting? He's not pitting, which means there must be no spare front wings. That's why he's still out there. He must have broken his wing and he can't replace it. Leclerc is closing it in. If we can hold Verstappen behind us for a bit, Leclerc will close right up with Verstappen. How far away are we? We're getting close to our pit window. We are 4 laps away from making our pit stop. Wish you could build your own team and car. Yeah. The My Team from the F1 games is something I would love to see in this, where you create your own entry, choose a basic livery style and colour scheme. You know, go through your engine purchasing like you do at the end of a season when you're deciding whether or not to stick with your engine supplier or change to a new one. Oh, there goes Max. That didn't take long. Alright, if we can stay with Max then. This will work out even better if we can stay with Max.
Red Bull gained a place.
Yeah, I would love that to be in the game. Fans have been calling for that, you know, since the game launched.
Mode push.
Copy.
It's not necessarily a question of whether the team wants to do it or not. It's a question of whether they can get permission to do that, I think. This is an officially licensed manager game, so they might have to get approval from Formula One to actually do that. I don't know. I'm spitballing there, but yeah, I would love to have a create your own team. Yeah, be the 11th team on the grid. They might have to completely reprogram the AI though as well if there's going to be 11 teams on the grid. I don't know. It might not need to be that much of a reprogram, but they would have to, maybe have to do some updating to the AI, I think. Plus there's the fact that is there an extra garage that they could put in at the circuit? Yeah, we can live and hope, but we'll have to wait and see.
If you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy.
I think we might have just lost our Max train. Buy out a team instead. Well, that's essentially what we're doing as it is. You know, they're not going to let you replace one of the existing teams. You know, you're kind of going in and buying them out by taking them over as the new team manager. That's essentially what you're already doing. It's just you can't call it your own team. You're just running the team. It's still owned by somebody. Yeah, we've lost our max train, so let's
Charge on.
let's not waste the battery and what's left of the tyres trying to catch him. Let's pit this lap instead.
Box, box.
Copy, Mark.
Alright, so where are we going to drop out? This says we're going to drop out in 10th, behind Bottas. That's a long time in the pits if that's true.
Okay, understood. Limiter on, please.
I'd like to get out ahead of Bottas if we can, but if we do come out behind Bottas, at least we're going to have brand new tyres. So we should be able to get past him. Bottas just about to go around the last corners now. There goes Gasly. No, sorry, Tsunoda, sorry. That's going to be close. Yeah, we're going to beat him. Just. There's Bottas just sneaking into the background of the shot there. So while we have a little bit of safety net to Bottas, we're just going to get that battery topped back up. We haven't got the pace to catch Gasly, I don't think. Well, we might do with the tyre advantage. It's not a big one. We'll definitely catch Tsunoda. And we may catch Alonso, who again is yet to stop. The AI is going for soft hards by the look of it. Well, some of them are. I wonder if the AI is going to two-stop with a couple of their drivers. I would imagine most of these medium runners are going to go to the end. The hard runners are probably going to go to the end. I think there'll be no more stops unless there's a safety car, and even then, I think, you know, most of the teams will stay out anyway. I mean, the only ones that I know are going to stop again is Tsunoda and Alonso, because they started on mediums. Looking down the order, Albon, Latifi, they need to stop again. Or they need to stop if they haven't stopped yet. I think that's it. Just those guys are the only ones who haven't stopped yet.
Charge off.
So we're looking pretty good for a points finish. Alonso and Tsunoda are going to drop behind us, so that puts us a net P7 right now. And if we get a safety car and we can switch back onto another set of softs in, say, 10-15 laps time, which will then close the field back up as well, we can attack those medium runners on softs and make up another few positions. So if a safety car comes out, podium is doable. So now we're waiting for another safety car to see if we can get a podium. If not, I think we're looking at 7th. Maybe 6th if we're lucky. We can't really push too hard because we need these tyres to go the distance. We need to save some more fuel. Let's check our gap to Gasly. Gasly's doing 144s. Let's see what we do on our first full clean lap. 1:44.1s. Gasly did a 1:43.9. So yeah, we're a couple of tenths slower than Gasly right now, but we are definitely faster than Tsunoda by a long way, and we are faster than Alonso. So those two are definitely ripe for the picking. We might even get Tsunoda before he pits. As far as Gasly goes, I'm hoping he's going to get stuck behind Alonso for a while. Maybe allow us to close that gap to him a little bit. If we can get close to him, all bets are off as to whether or not we can finish ahead of him. No real battles anywhere on the field though. I mean, Alonso actually is hanging onto the back of Sainz right now, by the look of it. Yeah, he is. Alonso's hanging onto the back of Sainz. So while he's doing that, he's going to be Sainz must have just overtaken him on this lap, at the beginning of this lap. Alonso's out of DRS range. Or it's glitching and it's not opening his rear wing for him. Visually, I mean, he must be getting it if he's that close. Oh no, he is outside the 1 second, so... Okay, so now our hope is that Alonso is going to hold up Gasly, and we can get past Tsunoda, who we are right behind. Oh, we're passing. There we go. We're past Tsunoda already, so we've got 9 seconds to catch Gasly.
Nice work.
And if he does get held up behind Alonso for an extended period of time, we will catch him. So we could be looking at a net P6 here. So let's focus our attention on Gasly. Let's see if he can find a way past Alonso. Fuel's still a little bit low. Need to save a little bit more if we can. We are closing that gap. This is the key moment here. And yeah, he's going to get straight past him. Ah, damn it. That didn't last very long. Alright, well maybe Alonso can stay with him and get him back. But given the disparity in tyres and performance, I don't think that will happen. If Alonso can hang on to Gasly but not get past him, that's the worst thing for us. Because it just means Alonso's going to be pulled along to a point where he's going to be further ahead when he makes his pit stop than he should be on track. Oh, no, there we go. He's outside of the 1 second. it's a really short period between detection and activation for DRS on that final corner. You get that white line just before the corner, and then as soon as you come out the corner, that's the activation point. So we're back to hunting down Alonso. We've pulled out 3 seconds on Yuki already, who is yet to spin and crash. There he is. He's being caught by Bottas now. Okay, Yuki, hold up Bottas for me. Nope, can't even do that. All right, how quickly can we hunt down Alonso? I'd like to catch him and get DRS off him before he pits, if at all possible. Gasly's already pulled out 2 seconds on him. So Gasly's back to pulling away from us again. Any battles to look at down the field? Hamilton and Zhou is the closest thing to a battle right now. What's their tyre situation like? Hamilton on hards, Zhou on mediums. Hamilton having to go defensive. Or feeling the need to go defensive. If you've got the game on PC, then there are plenty of options out there for mods. There's a 1991 mod that's being worked on right now, which is replacing cars with 1991 cars from the field. And I'm so jealous because they look glorious. You know, the classic Marlboro McLaren of Senna. Complete with the overalls. I don't know if the drivers are getting modded. I don't know if it's just the teams that are being modded, but so far I've seen the 91 McLaren, the Canon Williams that Mansell and Patrese drove, the Ferrari of Alonso and Berger, the Ligier. I think, was it a Leighton House I saw in there as well? The 7-Up Jordan. I think I might have seen the Benetton in there as well. But yeah, if you've got the game on PC, you can get mods for the game. Not official, I don't think, but in terms of officially curated by Frontier, but there are mods out there for the game. Like I said, I'm on the Reddit thread for F1 Manager, and I do see the updates posted for the 1991 mod, and it looks gorgeous. It really does. So far, all I've seen is just the cars themselves being modded. Like I said, I don't know if the drivers will get modded as well. But the shots I see of the teams, they do have current drivers in those screenshots, but they do have the correct overalls for the period as well. So seeing the blue Williams uniform with Labatt's written on it is nice. the red overalls of McLaren in the 90s with the blue slash across the middle. It does look very, very nice, and I'm so envious that I can't do that, because 91, around those early 90s, I was a huge fan of that period of Formula One. Yeah, that was the era then when Mansell and Williams were having titanic battles with Senna in the McLaren, and it was just great racing. And of course, 92 was the year that Mansell won his world title. 91 was the last of Senna's world titles. Right, we are closing in on Alonso. We're just 2.3 seconds behind him now. There he is. And we have gradually been pulling away from Bottas as well, which is nice. Gasly has been pulling away from Alonso. He is now 10 seconds ahead of us. No, he's only 8 seconds ahead of us. Maybe we are closing on Gasly slightly. Gasly's tyres looking like 71% against R85. If there's no safety car, it's not inconceivable then that we could actually catch and pass Gasly as his tyres fall off. Ours will have more life. I think we're about to get our pass done on Alonso here. We're going to have DRS on this long straight. No, Alonso blocks the move. There we go. There's the move. Okay, so we are 8 seconds behind Gasly. Now that we got that move done.
HAAS with an overtake there.
Gasly got held up because he was lapping a Williams. That's probably why we gained a little bit of time on him. Hopefully we can get past without any real issues and start closing that gap down a little bit. How long till these guys make their pit stops? They're at 50%, so... I'm guessing they've stopped. No, not yet. Yeah, it's just those four that haven't stopped yet. So if they're at 50% right now, that means they're probably only going to go another 5 laps or so before they pit. If that. They might run these really long and then have a short stint on the softs, which would be a really stupid thing to do. They should be pitting now. I want a safety car in about 10 laps time. Alright, we got past the Williams nice and quick. We got the DRS. Gap is 7.5 seconds. Let's keep an eye on lap times. Verstappen is just mighty at the moment. Look at him. 142.5 last lap. 4 tenths faster than Leclerc. And Leclerc hasn't even hit that traffic yet. He's about to. He's about to hit Albon and Vettel. We're still a little iffy on fuel, but we're getting there. I thought there'd be closer racing than this. I thought there'd be more cars in battles. I mean, the trains that I'm seeing, it's mostly because traffic's being lapped. I mean, you got well, there's a train forming behind Tsunoda. You've got Tsunoda, then Hamilton, Norris. So you've got 3 cars there. But that's only because Tsunoda hasn't pitted yet. And he's holding everyone else up. I thought there'd be more of that on this circuit. Alright, gap is 6.5 seconds. We are closing. We were almost an entire second faster than Gasly last lap, and there's no traffic. So is Gasly fuel saving? Is it a drop on his tyres, maybe? That's a big gain. I think we could be on for getting Gasly here. Still got 21 laps to go. Still hoping for the safety car to bolt on a set of fresh softs and terrorise the front runners. Let's cut back to Yuki holding everybody up. Well, I say everybody, 2 cars. Oh, he nearly chopped Hamilton's nose off there. It's surely a matter of time. Is this the move for Hamilton? No. I think Yuki's going to hold on. Side by side. Hamilton's got through. He's got the inside line for the next couple of corners. There we go. Norris has got to find his way past Yuki now. It's just a shame Mick crashed out so early. I think we could have done quite well with Mick in this race as well. Apart from that first, that safety car that where Mick went into the wall, it's been a really quiet race. There's been no real drama anywhere. No one's had a big spin. No one's hit the barriers. Not that I know of. Let's just... We've had, a yellow flag on lap 21 and lap 20. That was probably just someone going a little bit wide. That was it. It's been so quiet. I was not expecting the race to be this It's quiet. I thought there'd be more drama. Especially given the last two races we've had where it was just crash after crash. You know, especially the practice sessions. I'm just destroying their cars. Stroll still running around with that front wing. Yes, he is. Stroll is still running around with that front wing. My God, Aston must have gone through so many wings in practice for him to not have one for the race. That's why he is so far down. He's about to be lapped again by Leclerc. He's already been lapped again by Verstappen. How many laps down is he now? 3 laps down. So we've got a mobile roadblock out there. Yuki is now well and truly been passed by everybody. In fact, I think he's being caught by the Williams. His tyres are shot. He should be pitting. 45%. Nah, the Williams must have been lapped. Because they haven't pitted either. Where are we? We are here. Tyres are looking better than Gasly's. Although not as good as they did earlier. I think maybe Gasly's looking after his tyres a little bit more now. We've got the gap down to 5 seconds. That was Gasly just disappearing at the end of the straight there. Just hear his engine crackling in the background on some of these camera shots. I'm looking at where we would come out if we were to pit again. Let's have a look. Estimate 13th. That would be behind Zhou. I don't think we'd lose that much. I think we'd come out ahead of Zhou. Wow, maybe. Actually, maybe Zhou's about right. We'd have soft tyres. We should theoretically be able to get past Zhou easily. Tsunoda still has to pit anyway. Norris we could probably get past quite easily. Hamilton might be a little bit tougher, but he's on hard, so we should have a big tyre advantage there. Alonso still needs to pit. Bottas is on hards. It'll take a bit of work to get back to where we are now. Vettel is just as trash as Stroll. It's not so much that, it's the car's terrible. The Aston is a terrible starting car, it really is. The only car that's worse than it is the Williams, and even then it's not by much. But the Aston team does have the budget to dramatically improve its facilities quite quickly, and to invest in new car parts quite quickly as well. Plus they have a slightly better appeal than Williams, so you can attract a slightly higher rating of staff and drivers. We are still reeling in Gasly. We're lapping half a second a lap quicker at the moment. We're almost lapping the same pace as Sainz and Russell. We're only a tenth off them. Oh, we've got traffic up front. That is Stroll. And and Gasly. I'm guessing that's Stroll. Yeah, there's no front wing on that car, it's Stroll. Oh, he's not moving out the way. There we go. It cost us a few tenths. Gap's just 3.5 seconds though. I think Gasly lost more time than we did there. Fuel's still low, but with only 0.2 kilos below minimum fuel now, so we are earning it back. And there we go, Alonso and Tsunoda finally into the pits, so the Williams will probably be pitting this lap as well. Let's see, they got their tyres down to 41% before they pitted. They'll probably be going straight onto softs for the last 16 laps. Right, so now I want a safety car. And if I look at the gaps back, pitting now, 25 seconds would be about where Zhou is. So I could pit now, come out in 12th, maybe 11th. On soft tyres. I could fight my way back into the points, but I'd rather hold on to where I am right now. I'm closing on Gasly. I've got better tyres than Gasly. I lapped a second faster than him on that last lap because I think he's got traffic as well, because he's stuck behind the Williams. I know that last lap was when we had Stroll. Yeah, he does a 43.8, we do a 43.3, so it's back to half a second. That's Albon in the pits. Latifi will be pitting this lap then. And we're less than 3 seconds behind. We're hunting you down. Yeah, we're coming for you. Oh, and the Williams that pitted was the one that was right in front of him, so we haven't got to worry about the traffic. Oh, it's even better. Let's see if he's already pitted. Ah, okay. Yeah, we've got a clear run. All the way up to Sainz right now. That's where Vettel is. Sainz just got past Vettel. I think we'll be on Gasly before we reach Vettel. Still half a second per lap. Safety car now, please. Safety car now would also allow me to get that fuel back in the green and actually have a little bit of fuel to play about with as well, potentially. Especially with the field so spread out like this. safety car would be out for longer. Phil was already still pretty bunched up when Schumacher crashed out. That's why it was only a 2-lap safety car. It's getting close. Under 2 seconds now. Again, half a second on that last lap. And the only reason we're able to close him down is because we ran so long on those softs at the start. We ran the softs, you know, right to the canvas. Well, not right to the canvas, but we ran them right down to just over 40%. If we'd pitted earlier, then you know, around the same time as Gasly had done, we wouldn't have the pace to catch him. But the extra grip that we have is what's allowed us to close him down. Should be in DRS range by the end of the next lap. Just need to find 100 grams of fuel now. Oh, just outside DRS range. We might have it for the start-finish straight though. Oh, not quite. We actually lost a little bit of time there. But we're inside a second now, so we should have for the next zone. If we can keep that second. Oh, it's just gone up again. I think that was a detection then there. We got it. We got the DRS. Here we go. Gasly shaping defensively. All right, come on, Oscar. 11.5 laps to go. He's driven supremely this race. And I'm aware I've probably just jinxed him by saying that, but he's been superb. And there we go, the move's done already. Right.
Mega job, mate. No push.
I'm going to try and pull away from him now.
HAAS with an overtake.
Don't want him hanging around in our DRS for too long. I did not think 6th place would be a realistic target at the start of this race without a safety car to bunch the field up and jump them with fresher tyres. And we haven't had that opportunity. You know, a safety car on lap 2 does not give us that opportunity. But you know, he's had a very composed race, led for a number of laps. And has hunted down Pierre, who, let's not forget, was 3/10 faster in qualifying, or 2/10 faster in qualifying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break away with just ERS though. I might have to use the tyres a little bit. I'm a little loath to do. Let's see how Vettel plays into this. Oh, he just kept DRS range. Can we break it here? Not quite. Did we get DRS ourselves off of Vettel? No, we didn't. Damn it. Could have done with that. Right, we need to clear Sebastian nice and quickly here. Alright, pull over Seb. Thank you. Yes, Seb's holding him up in the corner. We've broken the 1 second detection. Well, actually, having said that, Seb's got the 1 second, and he's got the 1 second on Seb. So we still need to keep pushing a little bit longer. Just need to push that a little bit more. A few more corners. I'm almost out of battery. I think we've done enough. We're 13 seconds off the sides and we're not going to close that down. I want to get that battery recharged, but I've got to pull out a bit more of a gap because we will lose some time as soon as we start to do that, and I don't want Gasly to get straight back into DRS again. We've got Stroll coming up again as well. He's still pootling around. Why they didn't retire Stroll's car? I don't think the AI does retire cars unless they've crashed, and it's an auto retirement if it's a bad enough crash.
Charge on.
Copy.
Alright, did we get DRS? Nope.
Charge off.
Copy.
Hey, we finally hit 0 on the fuel. Just not quite green. We're still fractionally under what we need to finish the race. There we go. So taking that one lap out, then running slow for those few laps while we're in the lead has worked out beautifully.
Charge on, please.
Copy.
We are going to be running for another 7 laps. 6 laps after this one. And then we'll have a little bit of housekeeping and then that'll be it for the stream. So we'll probably only be live for another 20 minutes or so. Oh yeah, 7 laps to go still. Alright, got some battery. I'm ready to stick it straight back into neutral again if I need to, but we're okay so far. Keeping that gap to Gasly pretty constant. Verstappen has romped away. I've just seen he's, 17.5 seconds clear of Leclerc. He's absolutely warped it. Hamilton's done well to fight back up to 9th. He is all over the back of Bottas right now. Hamilton could be getting 8th place. Tsunoda has caught back up to Ocon. Oh, Alonso's got the fastest lap on his soft tyres. And he's in 10th place as well, so he will get 2 points instead of just 1. He'll get that bonus point, assuming he keeps the fastest lap.
6 laps remaining.
Now he's in the top 10, he'll keep the bonus point for the fastest lap as well. Alright, we're almost charged up enough for me to turn the battery off. Gasly's closed in a little bit, as expected. Tsunoda's got past Ocon. That's just happened.
Charge off.
Copy.
Two former teammates fighting each other hard here. It's worth 2 points. If Hamilton stays where he is, he gets 2 points and Bottas gets 4. If they switch positions, then it's the other way round. So it's a fight for 2 extra points. We've got enough on Gasly to keep him at bay. We're increasing that gap again now that we're using the battery again. That's it. There are no other struggles anywhere. Sainz is closing on Russell, but I don't think he's got enough laps to catch him. Hamilton's through. Let's have a look at Sainz. What are they doing lap time? He's closing by half a second a lap. He's got enough time. He's just about got enough time. If he gets the DRS, he'll pass him, I think. Alonso is steaming up to the back of Alonso and Bottas as well. He's taken another 2 seconds out of them, but he hasn't got enough laps left to do anything about it. He might catch up to them, but he won't have time to pass them. It depends, actually. If they keep fighting like that, you never know. What do we think, guys? Do we think Sainz is going to get by Russell? He's got the time to catch him. He's pulling him in by at least half a second a lap. He'll be in DRS range within a lap or two, which will give him a couple of laps to try and get past. Do we think that Russell will be able to hold him off, or do we think that Sainz is going to get through?
Laps remaining.
Copy.
Yeah, those hard tyres have really come to life compared to the medium runners. That's why we're losing so much ground, even though our tyres are relatively comparable. That's why he's closing in on Russell so quickly. Russell's tyres are almost dead. Sainz has still got plenty of life left in those hards. I think if Sainz catches, he's got him. Colin thinks the same. We've opened up a 2.5 second gap to Gasly now. This is going to be a solid 6th place for us, given how much our car is not suited to this circuit. 6th place is an amazing result. You can hear the fans cheering on the fight. They know it's coming.
Laps remaining.
Gasly's tyres are going to be about dead now. Yeah, they're below 40%. Ours are starting to fall away, but his are hot garbage right now. think Sainz might have DRS for this. Maybe not. It's going to be close. No, he didn't get it. He'll have it on the start-finish straight, though. Right, gap is less than a second. It's Mr. Saturday versus the smooth operator. He didn't get DRS. But he will have it for this next bit, surely. The crowd are really cheering on the fight. 2 laps to go.
2 laps remaining.
And there's the flap open on the back of the Ferrari. Can Russell hold him off? Next DRS zone, right round this corner. This might be Sainz's best opportunity. Verstappen starting his final lap. Sainz dives to the inside, under braking, and just swoops past. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Russell won't be able to come back from that. Sainz will break the DRS before they even get out of the tunnel. And there we go. Sainz has 3rd place. And that's Stroll about to get lapped again. Why is he still out there? Why didn't they retire the car?
This is the final lap now.
Copy.
Alright, Oscar, just bring it home. That's it. Verstappen wins. He won by 21 seconds in the end. Absolutely romped home to victory.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Leclerc's going to take 2nd. Perez will take 3rd. Sainz will be 4th. Russell 5th. We're a distance 6th. But even now, we're still pulling away from Gasly. Hamilton is really catching Gasly. If there were another few laps to go, Gasly would lose to Hamilton. But this is the final lap. Last 3 corners. As we go under the underpass. Past the pits, round the last 2 corners. Across the line. There we go. 6th place.
Checkered flag.
Fantastic points finish for Oscar there. And the crowd showing their appreciation for a superb drive from the young Australian. What a result. Such a shame Mick went out so soon. I think he could have done quite well in that race as well.
Brilliant performance from the HAAS driver.
Take a bow, son. Take a bow.
HAAS there having a very successful day at the races.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team's performance today won them a lot of new fans.
That's right, and they finished the race weekend in 3rd place in the constructor standings.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
So, 6th place. We gained 2 off the line. We started in 8th, obviously promoted up from penalties from our qualifying position of 9th. Mick crashing out on the 2nd lap didn't really help Oscar that much. Allowed him to get his battery recharged and save a little bit of the fuel that he'd burnt, which meant he didn't have to save quite so much during the race as he did, but didn't massively impact the race in any way, shape or form. There were no penalties for nobody. Nobody else crashed. Nobody broke a wing apart from Stroll somehow. I have no idea how Stroll broke his wing. An incident, very, very quiet incident-free race in a lot of respects. An absolute cakewalk for Max, who closes the gap to 16 points at the top of the table. Perez closes in a little bit on Sainz. The gap between them is now 23 points. We pull out more points over Lewis, another 4 points. So the gap between us is now 29. That's looking pretty nice. No movement for Mick. He does drop a couple of points to Bottas and a lot of points to Russell, but he's still comfortably clear of those guys at the moment. In the constructors, Ferrari lose another bit of ground to Red Bull. The gap there is 39 points now. We gain 8 points. We lose a little bit of ground to Mercedes, but we're still comfortably ahead of them at the moment. But if they get another few strong finishes, we could potentially lose 3rd place in the constructors, which would be a shame. But realistically, I didn't expect us to be here to start with, so wouldn't be the end of the world. Oscar gets a point. It's a disappointing race for Mick. Exceptional race for Oscar. In terms of sponsors, we failed our performance guarantees because we didn't have 2 cars finish. So that broke both of those. But we did gain money back for reaching Q2 and Q3 on those guarantees that we made. So we come out with another 3.4 mil. Our race simulator is now fully improved and refurbished, which means faster experience gains for our drivers. Is Mick? Is Mick ready to renegotiate yet? He is. Okay, let's see if we can renew his contract. What did we offer him last time? 2 seasons, 2.5 mil. Yeah, we kind of lowballed that. Let's he's at medium negotiation. We've got 2 attempts. Let's offer him 3.5 mil. We'll keep those bonuses the same. He's still unhappy with the wage. Okay, this is our last attempt in this particular negotiation. We'll offer him 4.25, see how he feels about that. And he's declined that contract. Okay, so We'll increase that to 3 seasons for the next time we negotiate, and we'll increase that to 4.5. And then maybe after Suzuka he'll be interested in another negotiation. We'll see. If not, then we might be promoting Logan up a little bit faster than I was anticipating. Development points. I'm going to put a point into reactions. There we go. Get that up to 75, and then we'll go back to getting his smoothness. Once we get his smoothness to 60, I'll be relatively happy with that, I think. Let's check our staff. We have a new point for our technical chief, Simone Resta. Let's put a point into side pods. That's his weakest area right now. No point for Aaron, Yorn, or Ed. Our pit crew is now up to 50 on tyre changing. That's awful. They'll get there eventually, I hope. Let's check our facilities. We've got a budget of 15 million right now, or a balance of 15 million. I am going to upgrade our design centre. It's going to take 84 days, so I don't know if we're going to get that before the end of the season. But we should have that at the start of next season at the very least. If we take the calendar, there we go. It'll drop right before the end of the season. So that'll be in place perfectly for the start of the next season. So we'll be able to immediately start with 3 upgrades as soon as we come back from winter. Let's go to emails. Board have high confidence. We've got another review in 2 months. Let's check in with the board. Disappointed on finances still because of the July debt. The objectives, they're satisfied with our current objectives. We are well above our current season objective. We've already achieved our long-term objective. We just need to finish the season. And there's our race results. As you can see, delighted with everything since Baku. Let's head back to emails. Schumacher's contract is up in 3 months. We tried renegotiating and he said no. So I am going to start looking at some other drivers. So we can either put Logan in the car next season if we can't convince. I don't want to go above 4.5 million for Mick. I don't think it's worth 4.5 million. I don't think it's worth more than 4.5 million. So who could we possibly get? We could maybe go with Vesti. Why is he not interested? Recently started a contract. Who was the test driver for AlphaTauri? Was it Daravala? Logan needs a bit more work, I think, before I drop him in the car. I mean, if we look at his stats, his cornering isn't great. His reactions are fantastic. His braking is pretty strong. Accuracy is strong. His control isn't great. His smoothness is okay. He's not very good in the wet. And his overtaking and defending is okay. He needs more seasoning, really, before he gets in the car. He needs at least 1 more season, I think, as a reserve driver. I don't really want to drop him in the team just yet. That was why I only wanted to offer Mick a 2-year extension to his contract, so that we could train Logan for another season and then replace him when Mick's contract ended. Who do we have scouting data on? That would be an interesting hire. At the end of the season, he might be up for that as well. Gasly's up for it, but we're trying to get Gasly into our Williams team, so I don't really want to sign Gasly to this team as well. Giovinazzi, his braking isn't very good, but it's not too bad. His cornering and reactions are decent. His accuracy, his control and smoothness are pretty good. Not the best at defending, not the best in the wet, but his overtaking is pretty strong. Low aggression, average growth potential. Salary's not too bad either, but he would probably want more than that to sign for us. Given that it's a 78 rating, he'd probably want more than Vettel, Schumacher wants. So that's one option. There's Albon. I don't really want to have Albon because we're using Albon in our Williams file. Bottas is horrendously expensive. Don't really want to spend that kind of money. Zach Crawford is a potential replacement as a reserve driver. Another young American driver. Long term, I'd like to have Jack and Logan as the two drivers in the team. What about Ocon? Is not interested in us. Plus, he would probably want quite a high salary as well, because he's quite young and he's an 86. His salary is probably going to be at least 10 million, or in that region, I would have thought. Alonso, because he's nearing the end of his career, we could get for 5 mil. He would be a fantastic get. I know he's not interested right now, but he's only got 3 months left on his contract, so we might be able to swoop in when his contract ends at the end of the season and get him. He would be a great get for us if we can get him to replace Mick. And he would certainly be more of a challenge for Oscar to, than Mick is. I would expect Alonso to outperform Oscar in terms of pace and stuff. Plus, we're going to have a competitive car next year, so I would like us to have a competitive driver. Staff, I do want to look at some staff changes. Let's look at the aero staff. Who do we have data on? We're scouting Tondi. I mean, if we could sign Tondi, that would be incredible, but I doubt we're going to get Tondi. I think he's in the final year of his contract, but he's going to cost us about 5 million a year, easy, maybe even more. We could pinch Ginelli from Alpha. I don't want to go for Dickon because we're using him at Williams, so again, I want to try and get someone different. Let's take a look at Aldo Grassi. Let's scout Aldo Grassi. I mean, he's rated the same as Aaron, so it's not exactly what you call a big step up. He's 3 years younger, but I'm thinking we're probably going to go for Cinelli. He shouldn't be too hard to get. In terms of technical chief, we're not going to be replacing Simone Resta. He is the third best on the grid at the moment. So no dramas there. In race engineers, Jean-Pierre is not interested. Hugh Bird is not interested. Again, I would like to get Hugh Bird if I can. Chris Hayes is another potential, and then obviously we've got Josh as well. We've just signed Josh for our Williams team, so I think that might disqualify him for being on this one. So I think we're looking at Chris Hayes, and if we can potentially swing him, Hugh Bird, that would be an amazing get for us if we can get Hugh Bird. No more points to spend. Japanese Grand Prix in 4 days. Let's check the cars. Did Mick do any real damage to the new engine? No, he did not. What about the ERS module? Nope. And the gearbox? Did not damage the new gearbox either. Okay, so that's good news. Or if it did damage, it was incredibly minor damage. We are short on a front wing now, and we've got 4 still. We had one extra spare, so we do need a new chassis. So let's go ahead and make a new chassis. There we go. That'll be ready in 10 days. Back to our emails. Exceeding expectations. Max claimed the checkered flag at the Singapore Grand Prix last weekend, finishing ahead of Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez, who shared the podium. After qualifying P1 on Saturday, Max was able to maintain their lead and secure a fantastic victory. The success of Max Verstappen this weekend has moved them up to P2 in the Drivers' Championship, ahead of Carlos Sainz. Currently, Charles Leclerc is leading the Drivers' Championship with a healthy 277 points. Max is following behind in P2 with 261, ahead of Carlos in P3 with 249. Everyone is talking about HAAS as they exceed everyone's expectations, currently placing in P3 of the Constructors' Championship with 275 points. Ferrari are on top right now with 526, followed by Red Bull with 487, and then HAAS with 275. Despite some bold moves and close racing from the world's fastest racers, it was a race fortunately free of retirements. We retired on the second lap. What's he talking about? Okay, that's a bit of a mistake there. Okay. Well, there we are. We are in for quite the race weekend at the Japanese Grand Prix in just a couple of days. At the moment, Ferrari lead the pack by 39 points, with Charles Leclerc at the top of the drivers by 16. Everyone is sure to be keeping a close eye on Max, who took first place at the last Grand Prix. Even more eyes will be on Charles Leclerc, who will be sure to fight with everything to claim that first spot this time around. One thing's for certain, you won't want to miss it, and we will be here to do that Grand Prix on Monday. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you tune in for our next live stream, which will be Monday, and it'll be the Japanese Grand Prix, the day after the real life Japanese Grand Prix. And then I think I may save the HAAS streams until race weekends of the remaining races. I don't know yet. I'll think about that one. So, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. A little quiet in terms of drama and action, but another strong result for us. A much better result than I was expecting, to be honest. And we shall be back on Monday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.